Hey guys, you are watching Rob And Chyna here on AfterBuzz TV. We have some baby mama drama, so don't go anywhere.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I don't know this song.
It just came out. It's so good.
I feel bad because I don't know this song.
Just jam, Justine.
Hey everyone, thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in with us, Rob And Chyna, and season 1, and we're almost down to the last episode, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting closer.
God, I mean, this has been a dramatic season, if we could say the least. So they definitely, gave all the other seasons a run for their money because this is pure drama. But
Yes.
I mean, isn't that what the Kardashians are best known for?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Super unfiltered.
So Kalima is not here with us today, so we definitely miss her, but she will be back with us next week. But tell us where we can find you guys.
What's up, everyone? I am Thomas Orlina. You can find me everywhere at Thomas Orlina.
Hey everybody, I'm Howard III. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that great stuff at Howard III.
And you can find me everywhere at Let's Face It with Justine, and on Twitter, Let's Face It 33. I do makeup, hair, all that fun, good stuff. So check it out if you're a girl, even if you're a guy. You never know who likes it. And also, I just wanted to give a shout out to Howard and his beanie because he was trying to decide what to do. He was like, should I wear a beanie? Should I not? And I go, you know what? You never wear it. Let's live on the edge.
I hope you guys like the beanie. I'm trying something new.
Thumbs up for the beanie.
Let me know in the comments.
In the comments, yes. And be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like us, like the show, and also a 5-star rating on iTunes. We appreciate it so much, guys. So yeah, let's get into this episode. This one definitely, I think, was one of the most dramatic, especially toward the end. So we'll get in toward the end of the show. But so we start off, and it's Chyna and the 2 Playboy twins. Now, I don't know if you guys know them or if you guys out there know them, but they were Hugh Hefner's. They lived. I think it was maybe the second series of The Girls Next Door. Not season. It was not Bridget, Holly, and Kendra. It was the twins and Crystal, I think. So it was the other series of The Girls Next Door. So they were in that. And this has nothing to do with Rob And Chyna, so I figured I'd throw it out there first. I was shocked when I saw them. I think they were in another episode too. I could not believe it was them.
I know. They really have changed.
And I looked it up real quick for you guys. So basically, I was like, why do they look so different? They were on Botched. I didn't really get to see the episode. I don't know if you did. So I guess they talk more about that. And they were drinking and taking drugs during it.
Yeah.
So I just figured I'd give a little insider just because I couldn't not. I had to look that up. And I saw them. I was like, what is wrong with these girls?
I know they looked totally different, but I think, they still look good to me. It's a nice kind of different. Got a little thicker, put a little meat on their bones, so that's always good.
Yeah, I think they look, they definitely look different, but I think they look great, and they seem really fun, so.
They do seem
somebody
fun.
I want to party with.
Yeah.
Party! Well, you know what also was fun? It was really cute. Rob, Chyna, and her son, they decided to do a little photo shoot.
That was cute.
That was so cute because, they wanted to do a little family bonding, and, what better is to take pictures with, the family.
Yeah, and you can tell with Rob how he's interacting with King. That's the type of father we're going to see when the new baby comes. So, it was nice to get that part of him.
And it was nice to see that King is just so comfortable with Rob. You guys think he's calling him dad already? Or you think he just calls him Rob or Robbie or what?
I'm not sure. What do you think, Justine?
I don't know. I don't like saying this because I'm just not sure. I can't really see that. He has as his dad, and we don't know. Rob is just always in and out of Chyna's life. Who knows how he is with the daughter? Her son.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he just calls him Rob. I mean, they did that with Bruce. They just called him Bruce.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
Rob. But anyways, I still love it as the little family and the little pictures and the trains.
I know. It's. I was looking at that and I was like, see, that's exactly what they need. Seeing him, but it's hard because he has such his mood swings that one second he wants to be dad of the year, next second he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Which throughout the entire show that seems, to be what's happening, which I think is pretty ironic because, everyone knows that Rob and Chyna have had a really rocky relationship this entire time. So when they were in her house and they were unwrapping all those really cute presents, like for the baby, they, I guess, decided that they should move in together again. What did you guys think about that? Like, all of a sudden, I think we should give it another try.
You know what? It kind of surprised me because I didn't see Chyna wanting Paige to live back in the house. So that kind of like surprised me. Usually you feel like you know the shows, and then, you know, that was surprising. But for Rob she doesn't seem like she wants to leave that house. She's basically selling him on the idea of move in here, we'll figure it out. And I don't know, there was a lot we saw in tonight's episode with him developing you know, a connection with Diamond, the brand, and all these other things. I think it's a good idea for them to move in, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think it's a great idea. I think they should move in and like really try and co-parent and, you know, realize like the baby's gonna probably live at Chyna's place. So Rob needs to be there and be like familiar with the house, stay with the house, and if Chyna wants to keep the house, keep the house.
Yeah.
Then in like 5 years, if you guys are still together, or even 3, let's, you know, if they do stuff so quickly, we can say 3 years.
Yeah,
they
right.
can you know, find a new place. But for now, why move into another house? Why?
Yeah, I agree. I think Rob's kind of an all or nothing kind of guy, and that's kind of what we've seen just kind of throughout the entire Kardashian, all these years, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea, but I think it just took me by surprise. I think it's like, whoa, because they haven't been together. I think it's a good idea, but I feel like you also do need to be ready because it could also make it worse. So as much as it's like I'm kind of on the fence about it, because as much as you guys, you're totally right, it'll help with co-parenting. They're both going to be there for the baby. But then look at them in the car over fries. Like, can you imagine if that tension's still there and they're living under the same roof? So, oh God, I don't know. Like, I usually have an idea of what like I think can happen or what, I just don't know with Rob. He just he confuses me.
It's very up and down.
That's what I was gonna say. It's just with Rob, you never know what you're gonna get. Like you don't know if you're getting happy Rob one day, or if you're getting sad Rob, or if you're getting bad Rob. And it's just, you know, we understand he has his disorder, he's depression, but it's like it's hard for Chyna because she's going through moods too. So it's just like, how is she gonna, like, she's trying to think about, I gotta take care of this baby, but I also have to take care of Rob, and it's just, Rob, just be there, like. That plain and simple, like, be there.
I mean, what did you guys think about after Chyna having to tell Paige that she had to go, it's time for Rob to move in and step up, and then like literally in the same episode she was like, never mind, I want you to stay.
Yeah, I think she's realizing with, you know, Rob's up and down that she's gonna need that help there. I feel like she's not really confident enough at this point to just have Rob, you know, move in, or for them to make a drastic decision, you know.
I was like, wow, Chyna, like, I kind of was like, I think Paige should move out, you know, just because it'd make room for the baby. But then if Chyna is really going through all what she's going through, then it's great to have your best friend there, like, hey girl, I got you.
She could be like a mediator. I think the reason why she wants her to stay, and it's really sad, and it shows she just does not have, not in a mean way, like she doesn't have faith in Rob, but I mean, she's putting her, not only herself, but her baby's life first, and I don't think she trusts him. I don't think she knows what is going to come out of him, if he's gonna mature, because it's been, like she literally said, this has been for the past, 3 to 5 years. It's been a repetition. Have you guys ever been in a relationship kind of like that, or like any of you guys out there? Because I know there's a lot of relationships where you love the other person, you can't help it, but they almost don't want to help themselves, and it's like this continuous cycle, almost like I think that's why Kourtney and Chyna can communicate a lot. I don't know if you agree, because of the Scott thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like, have you guys ever been in something like that?
Do you want to go first?
I mean, I haven't, so.
Really?
No.
Damn, you're lucky.
I know.
Yeah, I've been in something similar. I feel like it takes a lot of work because you are trying to make the other person grow, but you also want to focus on yourself. So it's like double the work. So I can kind of relate to what Chyna's doing, but also with Rob, I feel like sometimes it's not only Rob, you know? I feel like sometimes we're just saying it's Rob, but you know, in a way it's kind of Chyna as well. I feel like it's both of them. So
That's true.
hopefully with their baby coming next month, they'll somehow try to figure it out, because there is room for, you know, growth in this relationship. You can definitely see that they're definitely in love.
Yeah,
so,
of course. I mean, we were talking too about cutting, pasting, editing. I mean, you know, when we're gonna get into that crazy scene later about in the car, but you know, when the entire show, they're filming this show over 12 hours a day. I don't know how many times a week. It just depends on a reality show.
Yeah.
And they show us 45 minutes with without commercials of a show of how long. There's so much stuff that like cut out, and they need a show to have drama. They need stuff. So, you know, they probably take the good juicy stuff. So I mean, if you're in that kind of relationship, I definitely think that it's hard, because when you love the person, you want to help them. You don't want to leave them high and dry, but then at the same time, you're just like, it feels like it's never gonna stop. I've been there. It's just like keeps going. Keeps going. Let's talk about really quick. I have to, because I do hair. I have to just say how hot I love Chyna's blonde hair.
Yeah, that looked really good.
It did.
I'm obsessed with her hair, and I also feel like her hair definitely is like inspired by her mood. If that kind of makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like when she's feeling like super fiery, she's got like the crazy red hair.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if you guys will agree, I think Chyna has a very hard exterior. Like, she'll be like, yeah, bitch, blah, blah, blah. But like inside, she's a little softy.
I think so too.
I think so too. I think that's why. I think that's the Chyna that Rob fell in love with. You know, I felt like that's the personality that we've seen. But I haven't, you know, talking about her hair, I haven't seen her in a bob. Have we seen her in a bob yet?
Oh no, not yet.
I'm still waiting for like
so.
that dramatic look from either Chyna or one of the Kardashians. Hopefully Kim.
I know.
Kylie's done it.
Yeah, Kylie has done it.
Kylie's done it.
I think Kim's kind of do it. Didn't she do it a while ago?
I want
Like a little
Kim to
bob?
come
Can't see
out
her
and
with
just
that.
do like after everything is over. I feel like she needs like and I know her stylists are gonna hook her up, but I feel like she just needs a brand new look, like a
wonder-
bob would look dope.
Yeah. What do you guys out there think? There's so many different.
I know.
There's so many different like hair and makeup. I mean, I could literally talk about hair and makeup for hours, because this is what I
Justine
do.
appreciates the variety.
Yeah, so I mean, I could literally have a show on Kardashian's hair and makeup. I mean, but they are like, when you look up inspirations, I have people that come to me that want their makeup, and it's a freaking picture of Kim every time, Kim and Kylie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, their makeup's always so on point. So shout out to Mario and Joyce
Yes.
for the two makeup by Ariel. I always say Ariel, even though it's maybe Ariel. I always say it, but that's just the way I say it.
Yeah.
So shout out to all of them. But getting off the topic of hair and makeup, Rob and Kourtney, they go to see. So I didn't really know that this was in the process. I guess they didn't really show us until this episode that Rob and his friend and Nick, they want to do a collab together with, or start their own company with a diamond company.
Yeah.
So do you guys know a little bit more about that company? Because I don't really know that much about it, and I figured
It's more like I feel like it's just your everyday like brand. It's like a skater meets like outdoor vibe.
Yeah. I know.
So that would be cool. We've been talking about Rob coming out with a line or something. So this is a step forward for him to not only have his sock line, but also a line or collaboration with somebody else. I think it's a good idea.
Definitely a good idea. I know they're sold in like Tilly's and stuff like that. So I mean, I love it, and I know a lot of other celebs collaborate with them too. Like Cassie did a line with them, and it was like pretty dope. Yeah. So I mean, I was like, go ahead, Rob. Like, this is good. Like, push this.
Now, would you say that you agree or disagree with Chyna saying that Rob should take it down a notch? All of a sudden, he wants to start doing a business and like get a new house, and it's like I said before, it's kind of like an all or nothing with him.
You know, I was surprised. I thought that she would be a little bit more encouraging, considering, you know, Rob hasn't really done too much promoting products and things like that. So I was surprised that she wasn't all in on that idea. but I hope he pulls through with it because I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah, I was kind of happy. Like, I was like, Chyna, you should lay off a little bit. Like, he wants to make a little more money for the family. Like, he's trying to expand his brand, which he should have been trying for a while. But I mean, now was a great time. I don't think it's a lot on his plate. I just think him getting a new house is a lot. But him doing this little clothing line, go ahead, expand it.
Yeah.
I mean, as a lady, and I mean, I've never been pregnant, but like I can imagine the hormones are even more insane. I think she's just nervous. I think, because he was getting upset because he's like, she's pushed me for this for so long. But now she's just, her main priority is this baby. Yeah. So I think she's just nervous that he's just going to get up and quit it and not continue, and then he could go into a state of depression and then like not be there for the baby. So I think her mind's just a little, I don't think she has, like, I think she has the best intentions for him. If that makes any sense. But I just think maybe it's coming out.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that. Yes, she is nervous. He's taking on a lot of different projects, but once she starts to see that he's on a straightaway, then I think she's going to be more confident with him taking on these types of things. Yeah,
for sure. Well, the next part was definitely, I think, the highlight. The entire time we were watching this, we just kept looking at each other. I was like, is this really happening?
Yeah.
I mean, basically to put it in the simplest terms, Rob and Chyna argue over French fries in the car. Want to elaborate, guys?
In the preview, I had no idea. And those were Chick-fil-A Kris cut fries, right? Yes. Did you notice that?
No, I've never had it.
What?
No, I've never had. I think I've had Chick-fil-A like maybe once, like never really had them.
Yeah, you could tell. But honestly, I was really surprised that was the argument because they had fought over, texting and things like that. So I feel like it's like when you're in a relationship with somebody and like, I think it was more the phone. Did you feel like it was the phone than it was the fries?
I don't know. I feel like it was the fries.
You thought it was the fries?
I feel like it was I mean, I can't even like front. I got into some arguments like that, like random stuff, just over food. But it's like, it's something else deeper. But you just wait for something, because I know myself, I would wait for the littlest things, like, why are you gonna knock my fries down? You can put the fries in your lap. You know how to drive and eat fries at the same time. Now all of a sudden, now you want to bite of my sandwich? You had the burger before. Like, we just fight over random stuff.
It's really funny because that's exactly what happened to me and my sister. Maybe like we were living in a one bedroom. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm just gonna explain. I know exactly what we're talking about because we were eating Jack in the Box in my car driving, and it was almost the same kind of thing, and she just was annoying the absolute shit out of me because she was just like taking my stuff, and like we just ended up getting into a huge fight, like to the point where like we were supposed to go out that night. She got through my keys. They got run over by a car. She kicked my windshield. Like it was drama.
Oh my god.
And the real reason the next minute, which is probably like, well, it lasted a little longer for them, but so like what happened? And we're like, I don't even remember. We're like, we fought over Jack in the Box. But what we realized was it was deeper. It wasn't like a super deep thing, but it was because we've been living in a one apartment bedroom and we're just anxious on each other. Like it was not about Jack in the Box.
Right.
Yeah.
So exactly, it's not about Jack in the Box for them. I mean Chick-fil-A.
We didn't
I was dying.
I guess we didn't see what happened before that. We just saw the car scenes, so you never know what happened before then. But you guys are right on that.
I wish they would have like played us a little bit because it just looks crazy. Because all you see is, hey, I got you a chicken sandwich, and then
you're a psycho.
Yes, like, and he's just like, hey, either the phone or your fries. That would have set me off though, low key. I'm like, the phone or the fries, both, Rob. I'm taking my phone and my fries.
Yeah, like what? I'm not choosing those. Like, since when do you have to choose? I just think that I've always been told that someone should never speak to you, no matter what, like saying, yo, you're a psycho, you're this. And I understand you say things when you're mad, but it wasn't like he like snapped and he's like, sorry, babe. I mean, he continues like saying, you're psycho, look at you. Like, his hormonal pregnant fiance, like, I don't know, I'm not saying that she's an angel.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the way he was talking to her like that.
Yeah,
Didn't
I
like
feel
it.
like that's what makes the show so great, and I feel like all the millions of viewers that tune in, like you see real moments. It's not like they're faking a situation or anything like that. So you could tell, like, sometimes I feel like they're holding back from really going there with each other because it's so out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In that whole moment, I was like, you don't call no pregnant lady psycho. Like, you just don't. So, and then to me, they were both going below the belt, but Rob was like hitting the gut.
He didn't have
Oh
a good
my
day
God.
that day.
Did not, because he was like, why don't you take out your tongue ring
ring.
and speak a little bit better? I was like, oh, no, you didn't.
I know, that came out of
No,
nowhere.
you didn't, Rob. Like,
I mean, I totally agree, because I've seen Rob be more quiet, like, okay, and just kind of let it go and not really. But he was just kept going.
Yeah.
And I was just like, one of you guys said you could tell, like, she was just holding it and then she, like, pushed the camera. She's like, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like maybe it could have been the phone. You know how people in, like, relationships, sometimes when people are, like, too much on their phone or not really
Yeah.
paying attention, maybe that could have set him off.
I don't know.
I mean, did she spill the fries? Like, I literally don't even know. That's how much I don't like that whole
Yeah.
scene. I didn't
she,
know
like,
what exactly.
unclicked her seatbelt to, like, reach down, but Rob was just already going there with her, so.
She just spilled. It was just all over fire.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe he was like, oh, so now you think you're fancy because you know a big word? Like, I don't know what the word she said, but he was like, oh, so now you know a big word and you think you're fancy? I was like, Rob, I'm cursing you out.
I don't know exactly, and I think the tongue ring, like, it just was weird. Like, she just got her tongue pierced, but, like, so, like, it kind of shows these kind of things, like, I mean, we're maybe thinking into it too much, but, like, maybe he didn't like that she did that. And so now it's coming out, like, all these things are pissing him off. Oh, yeah, take your tongue ring out. Like, you know, like, maybe these are things that are bothering him. I don't know. That was weird.
I was just like, they need to figure something out because this cannot happen. Like, you can tell they were both holding something in, and for you to fight over French fries, and then, the little low blows, it was like, come on, y'all need some therapy because you've been holding this in for weeks.
It looks like they're getting it on the next episode, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's
I
like
mean-
that therapist that was on Keeping Up.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
same
the
one.
main one.
Yeah.
Good old Kardashian therapist.
Yeah.
We all need one, right? Well, so Chyna calls Kourtney, and, like, after this whole fiasco, and they were talking about, because it's MJ who is their grandmother. It was her birthday, and they were talking about a gift to get MJ, which in reality, like, they really just were gonna call and just talk about Rob. So I think I said this earlier, like, maybe in the beginning of the episode. I think that Kourtney and Chyna can really relate because of Scott. And I see a lot of Scott tendencies in Rob. And I'm not talking about abusive. I'm not talking about that. I mean flaky, just always, like, not kind of sure what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like it's nice to see her bonding with them because this is going to be her family. So it's nice that she went to MJ, she stuck by. I mean, I remember reading in the tabloids, like, Rob wasn't there, and I thought that was kind of weird. But now seeing the episode, it's like, oh, I get that that's why he wasn't there. But I like their dynamic. I think Kourtney, Chyna together are a good group. And obviously she has her history with Kim, so... she's blending in really well.
How longer were they friends, Chyna and Kim? Because that was, I mean, I guess nobody really, not like they didn't talk about Chyna, but she's obviously bigger now because of them, but I don't remember exactly when they were
She did.
friends.
I remember, like, they did the pole dancing class together, and then they went to Stanley's, which is like a restaurant in
yeah.
Ventura. Remember her at that time?
Huh.
Right.
Yeah, so they were friends
crazy.
for a while, and she got
Yeah.
an invitation to go to Kim Ye's wedding, so obviously they've been friends for, that kind of history. It's like Kim said, they didn't really have a falling out, but she had to kind of side with Kylie at that time. But I'm glad that they're over that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because they were already, like, kind of friends.
Yeah.
I like them talking. I think Kourtney is the one who gives, like, the best advice out of, like, the three, just because, with the whole Scott thing. I like Kourtney saying, like, listen, like, try to work it out. See, he might just be depressed. Like, do you, Kourtney? I like that.
Yeah, I think, like I said, because of Scott, I think she completely is sitting there on the other side of the phone. Like, I think she said something about you have to be civil for at least 18 years.
Yeah, she did.
That's very scary because I know that as she's saying that, she's sitting there thinking the exact same thing
Yeah.
about her and Scott. And I think, it's sad because they do seem like, not like they're siding with Chyna more, but they're understanding, like, Rob is really not... it really sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad person at all, but he's very unreliable, and it's like I don't blame her for not knowing if he's gonna show up, not knowing what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's crazy. But yeah, so then Chyna was on the phone with her mom because I guess Rob just wasn't talking to them. And this was before she decided to go to San Diego. And her mom, I quoted what she said, "He can't love you like he's supposed to." And then she also said, "You can't love someone else until you don't love yourself." And I've heard that saying so many times. And, you don't believe it when you're in the moment. And I think I've come to realize, I don't know if you guys have to tell yourself little stuff like that every day, but I think a lot of those quotes really are true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, Tokyo Tony, sometimes she can give you great advice, when she's not being crazy. She can give really good advice, and I had to agree with her. The only one I didn't agree with was you're just gonna have to do what you have to do and be a single mom again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like,
no, she doesn't have to be a single mom again. Well,
Yeah.
first she wasn't a single mom to begin with. Now she's a single mom, but it's she doesn't have to be a single mom. I don't think you should just say, well, you're just going to have to be a single mom again.
I think that
No.
just sets the temperature of how people feel about Rob right now, or in that moment, which is kind of unfortunate. But, the good thing is we're going to get to see the baby, and we're going to get to see this progress. Because, I genuinely think Rob wants to get to a better place. I just think it's just accepting the help that people are going to extend to you. I don't know if he's done everything that he possibly can.
yeah, I think it's like I said a million times, it's almost like a Scott thing. They seem to be getting better, and then it's something downfalls, and it's just it's I don't know. It's sad. I really just want him to get. I think he really needs to get his depression and his weight management under control. And it's not saying anything about because he is a little bit more overweight that he's unhappy. That's not it at all. It's because he's not normally he's not built like that. You see the way he used to be. It's just from him doing it to himself, and that bothers him.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy. I mean, he went to the one thing we forgot to talk about is that he went to the doctors, and don't worry, everybody, he doesn't have diabetes. Everything went down. It was great. Doesn't Jonathan? He is high something though.
Yeah.
He was randomly thrown in this episode.
I know. I was loving that. I loved his green bomber. I love following him on Instagram. Literally, he is a food god.
Really?
Do you follow him?
No.
All his posts, he posts the best food ever.
Really?
Yeah, he's known for it. He got a tattoo that says food god.
So
That's
he's
his
cook,
thing.
he's good at making food.
No, he's good at knowing places to go and eat, and he'll post everything. He'll go to Miami, he'll go to New York, he'll go to all these places.
Oh, so he doesn't cook. This is just other people's cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he'd cook and take pictures.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
But I love his feed. Yeah.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, you should.
I just thought it was
No,
random.
it'll make
He
me
was in there.
hungry.
I know.
Because then, when I'm lying in bed, the best is when you're lying in bed. I'm okay, I'll look at hair and makeup has nothing to do with getting up and going to my cabinet, and then it's a really amazing food. I'm I'll be right back. That's usually what happens to me.
Yeah.
But all right, so Chyna goes to MJ's. I love that she goes to MJ's birthday in San Diego without Rob.
Yeah,
because she could have
too.
been I feel awkward. She just went and just
Yeah.
MJ her grandson didn't show up, but Chyna shows up, and I don't know. I really like that.
It's gonna be a Kardashian baby, so it's a huge
Ew.
part of their family. So I'm glad that she went. She looked really good.
Yeah, I was very happy. I was you do you, Chyna. She wasn't Rob is not gonna stop me. I'm gonna go.
She went.
Yeah, just showed up, mingled, did her thing.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, Rob blocked them all.
Oh my God, I know.
Why?
I know.
Why?
Well, which sister said that she
Kim.
Kim, right? Yeah, she said that he enjoys the fact that people are stalking him, and I get that. I mean, I feel
You want people to care.
yeah, of course you want people to care, and I mean, even though he's not there, it's like a reminder that he does exist. I feel like that's when he gets the most attention from the family. So
When he's not there, that's really sad.
yeah.
I mean, it's just weird. Didn't he say he went to Vegas? Mm-hmm. And it's just so random. Like, okay, it's my grandmother's birthday that, you know, your grandparents get older. Like, my grandparents passed away in the past 2 years, and it's like, I'm just going to miss her birthday and go to Vegas because of whatever, and blocking everyone. So it's like, I'm just going to block everyone in case they all try to call me. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just petty.
It really is. And then after he meets up with Kris, and Kris was just like, you know, I worry about the family. Like, she has so many people to worry about. She's the momager, she's the mom, she's like everything, and she like was crying. And do you guys feel like Kris always makes things about her? Or is it just me?
I think she has like the biggest heart ever, and I feel like she really is 1,000% invested in her kids. I think it comes off like that because she is part their manager, but I totally feel like she's so invested in their well-being, you know, as she should.
I'm just 50-50. Like, sometimes I'm kind of
Really?
like, Kris, okay, we get it. Tonight, I was like, okay, she was really, you know, invested. You know, I hate to say the tears, though. It was just, like, I don't want to sound rude, but I was like, Kris, you know, I understand you care about his well-being. You know, anything could happen. But I was like, you know, calm down, Mama Kris. Like, you're talking to him now. He's okay. He just let you know he was just being petty. Like, he's good. Like, I don't need the tears. That's just me, my opinion.
Yeah,
I find it really crazy that Kris has been able to successfully build all of their careers, but she cannot figure out Rob's.
Yeah, maybe that's killed her.
Oh,
I just don't.
that's good.
Bam.
This is what I think about. I was watching an old Kardashians episode today, and I was just thinking, like, during all the old episodes, you just see her, like, hustling every episode. Like, now we look back and you just see, oh, that was important to do that. That was important to do that.
Look
but,
how
like,
much everyone's grown besides Rob. Like, and not even in a mean way.
And I did see the episode with Rob. It was, what episode was it? It was a really old one when Bruce was still Bruce at the time, but I just feel like Rob was like every episode falling behind on their success, and
God, that was a while ago.
That was so long ago. Yeah.
But that's a good one. Maybe it does kind of eat her up. Like, you know, I was able to build all of my daughter's careers from the ground up, but yet Rob is, you know, my only boy, and he's struggling. Like, it's just eating her inside.
I don't think that it's hard because she's not like, okay, so you know how Kim cries and it's like that ugly cry, weird, awkward, makes you feel awkward face?
Yeah.
Kris doesn't have it to that extent, but I think she's just so momager, so on point that randomly when she just starts crying out of nowhere, it's like, whoa, like, what? Like, it's just, it's like kind of out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. This family. Oh my God. Well, do you want to get into some news and gossip? Because we have one big one that everyone's going to know, but we might as well talk about it and talk our opinions on it.
Let's get in news and gossip.
So, news and gossip time.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so the thing that everyone is talking about clearly is Kim and the whole Paris Fashion Week getting mugged, and there's so many stories going on right now. Who did what? Who said what? Was this person there? Was that person there? What have you guys heard? I want to hear your opinions, what you think, what have you heard, kind of see.
This is like a daily thing for me. Like, I'll go on Twitter and I'll just like look up the latest news, and it's kind of sad that, you know, Kim is away from social media because she's a queen of social media. So not being able to see what she's doing on Snap and Twitter and Instagram, I mean, her millions of followers are definitely missing out on her day-to-day. It's very unfortunate. I do believe the story. There's been so many reports that this is all for publicity, but that's just like crazy to me that they would even think that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I believe it actually happened. I mean, that's so scary. I don't know if her kids were in the hotel room or not. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because if they were, like, that's just terrifying. Like, it just makes you second guess everything, and then now they all have to beef up their security, which is just, you know, crazy. So I'm just like praying for Kim, because that would take a lot on somebody. Like, I understand now why she's in hiding, because it was her life. Like, she was literally threatened. Like,
Yeah.
And then you're tied up, and it's just...
You know, just thinking about it, every time I do think about it, because you sent it to me right after we did our show last week when it happened, I feel like if she just had those security people in the front of the door, this all would have ended up differently. Yep. You know what I mean? Because
they're saying that the security guards were with the other girls. I'm like, well, then they all need one. You know, like it's, I don't know. I 100% at first thought it was fake. Like, not even a doubt in my mind. Because it was just too weird. So they just I heard they wrapped up her mouth and put her in the toilet. I meant the bathtub and all of this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. It just sounded weird. It sounded like a publicity stunt. And after this week, after after Kanye canceling his tour, after them not posting and missing out, like you were saying, on millions of dollars from posts, from ads, from appearances, I'm sorry, they are too money hungry to be letting, which is good or bad, whatever you want to think. I mean, they're hustlers. That they would not want to let any of that go. Any chance for them to be making money and getting themselves out there. So that's why I believe it. I didn't at first, and another reason why I didn't believe it, but then I also, you never know. There was I wish I screenshot it and put it up for you guys, but I was the other day I was reading, and one of their old bodyguards spoke out and said that this is definitely a setup, and all of this stuff. But then there was also alleged things of why he was fired. So it's he could be just speaking out.
Well, there was someone in the apartment as well. You guys do know that, right?
Yeah.
Her friend Simone was in. Her friend Simone, a longtime friend, was actually in the apartment.
Yes.
So I feel like that makes it more of a credible story for other people. And still, we're at the early stages of the investigation. She's gonna have a sit down, I'm sure, and I'm sure she's gonna talk in depth. And I'm sure this is people that are talking trash online are gonna definitely feel bad about what they're saying. I just can't believe seeing all the comments and people being so rude. Doesn't make sense to me.
I know. Is it wrong that I'm excited for the sit down? I wonder if she's going to talk to Diane Sawyer or Barbara Walters.
Wait, she's definitely doing a sit down?
No, we don't know, but I
read something online that they said that they would do a sit down interview, but she's going to have to. She hasn't said anything at all, you know what I mean? And E confirmed that they are halting production on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, so, that really gives it
I believe, like I said, I never believed it, but there's no way that those Kardashians are going to want to miss out on their shows, miss out on their money, their appearances. There's no way. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, Khloe's still releasing her Good American line. Did you see that on Instagram? She's releasing her denim line October 18th.
Okay, cool.
So I feel like they're slowly, getting things back in order. So Kylie was promoting on Snap some of her October lip kits. So
I saw that.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I can't wait for Kim to come back because I feel like that's a missing piece on social. I feel, for her beloved fans. So hopefully everything is good and she comes back.
I always go on and check. I'm like, okay, Kim today, and there's nothing, and it's weird.
And she was killing it too. Her post in Paris, it was every day was just something even better was happening. She would go to Balenciaga, go to all these fashion shows, and it's just unfortunate that happened.
Poor Kim. And then did you guys see that Rob and Chyna were posting jewelry themselves on their own Snapchats and Instagram? After everything, she posted her ring and then the two watches, and it's Kim did the same thing. She had her ring posted, her jewelry. I'm just saying, I would be careful now what I would post.
Yeah.
Well, what they were actually talking about, I forget where I read this. This just came to my mind. Made such a valid point. I'm not saying that anyone deserves for that to happen.
Right.
But this day in social media, everybody out there, you guys, me, anybody out there, if you are on your phone and, I'm at so-and-so doing so-and-so, you could see what's in the background, millions. There is a chance someone is going to find you.
That's actually happened to me before. It actually freaked me out.
What?
Yeah. Because I was Snapchatting my night out, and literally this guy came up and was like, I totally just traced your Snap. I mean, it wasn't somebody crazy, thank God, but it was just somebody that wanted to hang. And I was when I actually saw him face to face, I was like, oh yeah, duh.
Wow.
Of course that would happen if you're constantly on your Snap and you're posting where you are. That those things can happen.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that happened. I'm trying to think. This was. Do you know Kylie's best friend,
Jordan?
Mia Pia?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
PM, yeah.
Pia Mia. I always say Mia Pia. She. Love her hair, by the way. I love that blonde on her. She was in. I used to freelance for the Mac in Beverly Hills, and she came in one day, and literally, after she left, 5 girls ran in. Pia Mia's here. Pia Mia. I just saw her on her Snapchat.
Yeah.
5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. She walked in, left. I just saw on her Snapchat. Okay, you're Snapchatting where you are. People are gonna find you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We could talk about this like forever and
Yeah,
ever and ever. But don't worry, we'll be back next week for some more drama. Hopefully, we'll get some more, info about Kim that we can talk about and like
wishing
some
her well.
updates. Yeah. So thank you guys again so much for watching. We really do appreciate everyone who likes to tune in every week. And so tell us where we can find you guys.
Hey everybody, it's Howard the III. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that great stuff at Howard the III. And of course my website, howardthethird.com.
What's up, everyone? I'm Thomas Orlina. You can find me at Thomas Orlina on my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. And tomorrow night, I'm doing the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Ooh.
Stay tuned for that, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, and you can find me everywhere at Let's Face It with Justine, and you can find me on Twitter at Let's Face It 33. Interact with us. We love hearing from you guys.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate you guys, and we will see you next week.
Hit us up.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.